way out in Texas. You're in another pay-per-view main event. It's the Outlaws. Excuse me. This is actually one of your first pay-per-view main
Yep.
events, and it's an 8-man Outlaws, Triple H and Savio Vega replacing Shawn Michaels, taking on Steve Austin, Owen Hart, Cactus Jack, and Charlie. So first off, no disrespect to Savio Vega, a great talent and obviously there, but when listing out those names, he kind of doesn't fit into the mix, especially with the stories that were going on. Is this just a name that had to go because he's who's available and the only one who fits at that point, and that's where you're talking about getting creative when things go awry?
Yeah. Well, look, and I also, we all love Savio. We all knew Savio was great. We all would, you know what I mean? He was kind of a new character. Okay, that immediately puts him on the on your radar. You know what I mean? Like, oh dang, Savio Vega's this new character is in the main event. And so that sounded cocky too. I didn't mean it to sound like that, but like he was in there.
Yeah, but
And
it's
so
them giving him a little push and boost of confidence as well.
100% as a new character. How do you put him in there and do it? We talked last week about Billy's being a new character, rockabilly, and then me beating him. Like that's not ideal. So to have him in there propped him up a little bit because I think everybody believed in Savio. Savio's great, great in the ring, man, and what a great dude. So yeah, we all welcomed the opportunity. We didn't have any choice because Sean couldn't do it. You know what I mean? So there we were. So, but yeah, we all thought Savio was a good choice.
So this is one of those interesting moments because you end up taking the fall when Austin hits you with the stunner for the win. Were you surprised that it was you taking the fall, being that you were in this build of a story and getting built, and then it wasn't then Savio who was kind of the replacement to the angle?
Yeah, well, look, here's one rule that's definitely a WWE-ism, but it makes a ton of sense to me. If you have to substitute a guy in there and then beat him, that's no good. You know what I mean? If you beat the substitute, like oh crap. So we were trying to prop Savio up a little bit, and truth be told, during the day we all took stunners, and I took him the best, so we just went that way.
The
I
build
did
is,
take a good stunner. I want to be honest with you.
I mean, it's got to be fun to
There was
take.
a great T-shirt that was him stunning me, and it may be from that pay-per-view. It could have been from any other TV though, because we all used to after the TV show was over, we'd all run down and get stunned. But there was a T-shirt for sale. It was him stunning me and my braids flying everywhere, and I made a pretty good chunk of change off that T-shirt. So thank you, Steve.
True.
But also like, look, I you never beat the substitute.
Yep.
That's
That makes sense as you say it
yeah.
out loud. And I think
Yeah,
for the
that's
listening,
you don't beat the substitute. And truth be told, the way I looked at it personally, Steve Austin was hot as fire and getting hotter. And anytime you get an opportunity to get in the ring with him and do anything, it's chances are you're going to see it again on the show. You know what I mean? You're going to see some highlights from that. So I always thought it was good business to get in there and work with Steve.
all right. So the